right when y'all exited the cave and kind of parted the fog had parted ways, kind of opening up on the outside of the cave itself, and the carriage had approached, and out came a gentleman. Uh, what is this? Oh, that's not good. I may freeze. Hold on, I got a message saying you've been disconnected.
You're still alive.
I'll wait till it happens. Anywho, y'all were greeted by a tall, well-dressed individual that formally addressed the group. He introduced himself as Strahd von Zarovich, and had said, "Welcome to Barovia." And I think that's about where we had hit the pause button.
Yep.
What was the name of the place you said? Robia?
Barovia, Barovia.
Gotcha.
So did he introduced himself? That's it?
Yeah, he had introduced himself. And I think at the moment that he introduced himself, you had recognized his voice, and then I believe you sent R2 with your haversack and the book into your pocket dimension, I believe.
Yeah, and then I'll just kind of quickly and quietly say that's him, guys.
That's how many? Whoa, don't.
That's
I'm gonna walk over and shake his hand and be like, "Well, hello there, sir. What are you doing out here in the woods?"
can I make a check to grab him by the shoulder and tell him not to do that?
I still will forever be one of my fondest memories. That was too funny. We had more trouble with that guy too.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna revisit.
Anyway, so that's kind of and correct me if I'm wrong, Brandon, but I believe you said that you made no attempt to do this, covertly. You just did it. And I even think that Strahd kind of smiled and made a comment like, I can't remember exactly what he said, but it was something to the effect of, "I assume that was my book I just saw disappear," or something to that effect.
Yeah. It wasn't stealthy.
So, anyway, so that's kind of where he stands there. Again, just to kind of describe you to him, he's a very tall, pale, well-dressed, well-mannered. The way that he kind of no one else would, but Carrick would recognize obviously this voice that has spoken to him a couple of times. He speaks very proper. Just in the short introduction, there appears to be no aggressive tone or malice in his voice. He seems to be greeting you as anyone else would greet you, just in a kind of a formal way. As the six of you kind of stand there, after he kind of introduces himself, you'll notice that he is kind of studying you. You can kind of tell his eyes are darting back and forth to each one of you. I don't want to say maybe sizing you up, but he seems to be kind of studying you in this moment after he's introduced himself.
I would like to use divine sense.
All right. You're going to light up.
Okay.
You're not going to light up. He's going to light up.
Do I know what type he is?
Does that tell you? I don't have the.
Yeah, it does not let me know names, but it does let me know what type it is.
He's a vampire.
Okay. I'm going to turn and I'm just going to look at Grim and I'm going to lock eyes with him. Like, not going to say anything, but just try to look at him with my eyes and be like, "Hey, this is a vampire."
Another one of these guys. Yeah.
And so He's just gonna. He's not said anything other than those brief comments of introduction, and then the quip or the comment to Carrick when he made R2 and his bag disappear. He just seems to be studying you. As he studies you, everybody roll for perception.
Character sheet.
Nice. What's that?
Give me
I like
1 second. Totally.
My eyeballs. What are we doing? Perception?
Yeah, just perception.
I'm gonna roll. Yeah. And hang on.
I guess it'll be an 18 since I'm terrible.
I gotta get Ivers. We're the same. So Baron was 21 and Ivor was 22.
Oh, yeah. The lion is 21.
The lion's all over it.
The lion's like, I don't want to die again, guys.
Let's see. 21 was.
Right, me neither. Hold on.
No,
Right.
21 was for the lion.
And 21 was also for Ivor.
Right, my character one. I mean, Baron.
Yeah, Baron got 21 and Ivor got 22.
All right, I'm going to tell you what you see in just a second. So as this individual kind of stands there sizing you up, all of you will notice that the clouds above have begun to turn black. This transition of the clouds and it kind of happens very abruptly and unnaturally. And this darkness above gives way to heavy thunder and lightning. It doesn't appear to be raining at this point, but it seems to be some type of raging clouds above. As he stands there with one of the longest flashes of lightning, you'll see his figure kind of silhouetted against the dark forest behind him. And Baron, Ivor, and the lion will notice that as this lightning flashes and you see the silhouette of him, that you will catch a glimpse of his shadow. And his shadow appears to be moving in impossible ways along the ground, contorting and bending and stretching in different directions, and moving your direction.
Shadow.
Well, vampire's going to cast a shadow.
They don't have reflections.
That's what it is.
So is he shadow?
I'm gonna move over about 15 feet. Over here.
I assume the lion would lean down and go, hey, there's something else. Not right here.
All right. As he sees Baron move to the side, and the lion kind of say something to who did he say that to?
Grim.
To Grim. Strahd's he will notice his own shadow, and you'll notice he'll raise his hands and kind of snap his fingers, and the shadow will retreat back to him, and he'll look at the group of you and apologize and say, again, I can't do a proper, almost, I visualize it almost like an English type proper voice, but almost a royal type of voice. But he will apologize to the group and say, sorry, sometimes the shadows here, especially mine, do things without thinking. And as he says these things, you notice his own shadow seems to kind of retreat back to him. He again apologizes for that particular moment. He did not mean to cause you alarm. And again, he kind of says, I want to again welcome you to Barovia. I wondered if I wondered if I was going to ever get the chance to formally meet you, and it seems that you have done me the service of coming to visit, and I greatly thank you for that.
You brought us here in the fog?
Pretty sure.
He kind of nods and says, "Yes, I did bring you here in the fog, but you appear to have entered the forest on your own volition."
So you said there's a town. I don't see a town around here. Where's your city at? Your town at?
He'll turn his attention to Drute and say, "Well, let me be more specific." I said, "Welcome to Barovia. That is the name of this valley." I don't know what that is in the background. Sounds like a party.
So this valley is Barovia.
Yeah, he says yes. This is the Valley of Barovia. This is my homeland. There is a village, the village of Barovia, that is in this valley. So, but when I welcome you to Barovia, I mean the land, the valley as a whole.
All right. Well, yeah. Well, you got us here. You said you said welcome home. This is not our home. Just in case you didn't know that.
He grins and says, "Well, it might not be your home of origin, but it will be your home now." And then he kind of turned his eyes and his attention from Graham back to Carrick and says, "Any hope of returning my book and avoiding all of the extracurricular activities that could result from that?"
Well, just real quick, you said this is our home now. We actually got this really cool place called Valor Point that I really think I'm growing a tree into kind of a house there, so I really do plan on returning to that at some point. So I don't know what this whole home thing is, but definitely plan on going back there.
And he says, he'll turn his attention back to you and say, "Well, that sounds lovely. Unfortunately, no one leaves Barovia, and so I hope that you remember fondly this place that you call Valor Point." I see a wisdom check or wisdom roll, or was that for something?
Oh, no. That was I don't have like
That was his
that was a perception check for the lion. So I don't have.
He did have a detailed character sheet.
Yeah, his stat card is like a NPC stat card.
Oh yeah, because that's what. Yeah, you've got his in a stat block sheet.
Right. So,
Were you trying to roll for insight or?
No. That was his perception from previous.
Oh, it's I got you.
Yeah.
So
about the book, I'll say, well, you've gone to some great lengths to get this book back, including cursing my entire homeland and my brother, and threatening all of our family's lives. Why do you need the book?
Well, he responds with, "Why does anyone want anything that belongs to them? I've made it very clear that this book is mine. It's important to me, and it does not belong to you. It ended up in your hands. However unknowingly may be to you who it actually belonged to. I have now informed you that it belongs to me, and I simply ask that you return it."
Well, hasn't it been in his family's possession for hundreds of years?
Yeah, I mean, I've
now.
100 years myself. I'm kind of attached to it.
He'll look at
papers, man.
He'll look at the kind of the two of you. He'll kind of turn his attention to both, and you'll kind of both kind of respond to that in tandem. And he'll say, "That is true. It has been missing for quite some time. But time to you is different than time to me. I have been looking for it for these many centuries. And now that I have located it, and he kind of makes a cavalier motion to the area where R2 kind of disappeared. I simply ask that you return that is mine, what it is, which belongs to me.
Again, about this valley, it really kind of reeks of death. I don't really like it here. How do we get back?
I don't like it here.
He says there is no going back, but fear not. What you wish to return to will soon mirror and match the land that you see before you.
Okay, so what's going on here? I mean, it looks like, it's kind of shit around here.
He kind of smiles and says, "Well, I'm not sure what the common courtesy is from where you come from, but typically one does not insult the home of the place that you have now been." And he kind of smiles. He kind of gives like one of those little smiles, knowing that what he's saying is kind of a lie. Invited to, quote unquote, invited to. But I will agree, it does not bear the beauty that it once did. But again, and then he turns back to Drut and says, the memories that you have of Valor Point and Faerun, the Sword Coast, and then he turns to Carrick and says, Iathir and the Aglaron Peninsula, I will it will soon mirror what you see before you, and there's not much else that you have to worry about going back to.
You see, I really like trees. I like plant life. I like things that are green. Just don't see any of that here.
And you won't.
Well, where are we staying at here? I mean, are we staying here?
Yeah, it does look like it's about the storm.
Say it again.
It does look like it's about the storm. There's kind of some light.
He kind of looks at you and he says, well, you do look particularly like you are in need of maybe some refreshments and rest. I mentioned to you the village of Barovia that is to the south. I believe, he says, I believe that you will find a place to rest your head and fill your belly. And I shall be more than happy to answer a few more questions of yours at our next meeting.
Let's do this right now. There's a huge elephant in this room, in this forest.
Valley, we're outside.
Okay, in this valley.
It's a mammoth.
You mentioned something about a book.
You want me to turn you into a mammoth?
Yeah, no. You mentioned something about a book here, right?
You're breaking up there, Baron.
Yeah. So you mentioned something about a book?
Yes.
So this is why we're here, apparently. I mean, if I can connect the dots correctly.
Yeah, I mean, he's already answered that. He wants he would like his book back.
Okay, so what's with the cordial and invitation to a city?
He kind of smiles and says, well, if you make a persuasion check.
Okay.
This will dictate how honest of an answer that you get.
I clicked it. Oh God. Yeah, it's not good.
All right. He will say, I'll be quite honest. And again, based on that role, it'll be up to you to determine how honest you actually think he's being.
I already know.
I've been particularly bored as of late, and while I hope to get my book back by other means without going through this rigmarole, now that you're here, I see the opportunity for some entertainment, and there'll be plenty of time for extracurricular violence and festivities, if that is the path that you choose. But as of now, I would prefer to give you the opportunity to rest and again refresh yourself. Again, the offer still stands that you may head to the south. I plan on giving you myself free passage to the south, to the village. However, I cannot speak for all of the other denizens of the woods. So I would tread carefully and linger not too long.
I'm gonna raise my hand and be like, so what are you gonna do with the book when you get it? I mean, we can't give you the book and then you go destroy the rest of our world anyway, because that's kind of.
He kind of looks at you and he kind of smiles. My dear friend, I will do that anyway.
I want to do. Go ahead.
Well, look, if it's a book you want, I mean, I have this like kind of holy tome back at Valor Point that I'd love to read some to you. Would really love to have a discussion about some of those things.
All right. He kind of looks back at Drew, who's said things quite a few times, and he is going to smile and say, "May I have your name, sir?"
Yeah, my name's Dr. Dre.
He will kind of let's see here. He will kind of laugh, kind of chuckle to himself, and say, you have definitely brought a smile to my face, and I think I see maybe a bit of you, a bit of me in your personality. I'm going to need you to roll a wisdom save.
Well, boys.
22. And just like that, Drew fights for the other team.
And so he says, I'm glad that we can call ourselves friends now. But fear not. I just simply want you to know that your safety is of paramount importance to me. And please gather your friends together and help them safely reach the village of Barovia to the south.
Okay, I just want to know my enemy on this guy. Character level and constitution score. Above or below? Let me get mine. Obviously, character level is 10, but constitution would be 16.
Oh yeah, it's higher than 16.
For the driver?
For the driver?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. I've already done it on this guy. I know what his is.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, the driver's above 16 as well.
Okay.
What about the horses?
Character level? Above or below 10?
Above.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty sure we're in the deep end, boys.
Well, guys, I think we should head to the village down south and make safe passage there and meet with Strahd later.
We'll all just kind of eye Drew sideways at the change in.
Yeah, y'all see me on the board.
I mean, we're walking.
And with that, well, before y'all go anywhere, as Drew kind of says that and talks to the group, and you'll see that it says down there. I mean, it's not a permanent thing, Drew. It's
yeah.
No,
I know how to play this part.
Well, I was going to do it to the person that talked the most. I thought it was going to be Baron, but it happened to be Drew.
I thought it was going to be Carrot.
Well, I didn't really get to talk last session. I was keep catching up.
No, that's right. I actually kind of thought it was funny that you ended up talking so much. It's like, okay, well, we'll just do it to Drew. So anyway, he is going to kind of bid adieu with a nod, and simply he's going to turn to go back to the carriage. But before he gets into the carriage, he'll kind of step back down and look at the group and say, I must make one caveat to this clear. I meant what I said when I said things have been slightly boring as of late. So please forgive me while I will not have any intention of harming you. I mentioned the denizens of the forest, and there's other things in your path. I do need to test you and see exactly how well y'all measure up to the things that I've heard. So again, I just want to make sure that you understand that there will be trials and tribulations in your future. And with all of that, all three. I was going to say all three of you, but it appears it was
just
three.
Me and Ivor. The first, don't count the last one, but the inside check was for he does not have any intention on harming us.
Oh, he's lying through his teeth.
Yeah. Okay.
Lying through his teeth.
Drew's gonna just go, bye, good friend.
So he's going to get back into his coach or his carriage, and the carriage is going to then make its way off into the darkness, and as quickly as it had appeared.
Before he leaves, Ivor wants a 100 mark him.
Okay. All right. So Ivor will tag that with a hunter's mark, and he'll be able to see that it rides off to the west into the fog.
What's the fog doing?
At this very moment, it's not doing anything. I'll give you all an opportunity before anything else obviously happens to kind of decide what y'all want to do.
Head west, young man, I guess.
Well, he said the village was to the south, right?
Yeah, but he went west. Says Ivor.
I didn't know I ever wanted to die today.
He also went through the fog west.
Okay. Well, let's ask Carrick what he wants to do.
All right, I guess we go to the town. I mean, I can talk to our host at any time now that I've officially been introduced to him, so that's a plus.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, I never realized vampires could be such good friends.
Grim, can you fix this?
Okay. You fix this.
He's up.
Oh yeah, I didn't see that he wasn't there. We'll give him a chance to get back before you do anything.
On the sleep.
That's funny. Can you fix this?
I don't have that kind of cool magic. Well, I don't know. I guess we're here for the foreseeable future. Why don't we go see what's going on in town?
We'll see how many trees we can fight on the way there.
Yeah, that sounds like fun.
Yeah, we need to unfuck the root.
Well, we'll wait. Like I said, we'll wait until the dwarf gets back.
Okay.
Dude, that was a high DC.
Yeah. You weren't beating it for sure.
Yeah, that's bad.
I forgot what the one on the boat. I forgot what it was.
It was not that.
Too bad you didn't have advantage. You'd have been good.
Oh yeah.
I guess now would be just out of an abundance of caution. Abundance of caution. Because I can't remember if Drew was here or not. We are in the module, so this stuff is all module based. However, there is an asterisk. This particular adventure is for a group that is lower in level than our current group.
Yeah.
So I did not make any of these changes. What I did was I went to other people that have made these changes and for a group of higher level. So anything you see, just again, abundance of caution, because again, I meant for that the Umber Golf place to be like that, but I want you to know, like for that particular DC, not only is it high, there's a reason it's high, which again, not cart before the horse type stuff, but I just want to put that asterisk or that caveat out there that I'm not making that. All of this I'm getting from other places.
Yeah, no, I wasn't complaining.
No. I knew you weren't. I just wanted to go ahead before. Yeah, he has a high DC, but there's a reason he has such a high DC.
Yeah, he's like the original vampire. I would assume he's got high DC.
All right, so he can give us very.
Dracula versus fighting, just some random vampire on the street. Like he's got dogs.
We'll be doing that soon enough.
He gives very specific directions to this town to get.
He said south.
Yeah.
Oh, also, can you fix Strahd? He's broken again.
What's wrong with him?
I'm friends with vampire.
And the vampire is his friend. You know how that goes.
He's super friendly with those guys.
Oh wait, Grim wasn't on the boat.
I was gonna say Grim wasn't there.
I wasn't thinking about it.
Oh, that's right.
Grim wasn't on the boat.
We can explain all that to him.
Well, I'm sure his opinion will change shortly.
We'll kind of skirt the fog there and try and stay away from it.
Hey, just tell me where I need to go.
All right.
So we headed south.
As y'all do that, I need everybody to roll for perception.
Don't forget the people that are at disadvantage, by the way.
Yeah, there's some exhaustion.
Oh, am I at disadvantage?
If you have exhaustion.
I have no
Yeah,
idea.
he wasn't here. I can't remember.
Yeah, you played me last time.
Look at that. Double. No, you made all your saves.
Yeah, I rolled like hell.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, you're not at disadvantage.
No, I mean, I wouldn't at disadvantage anyway. So.
No, I'm at Drew.
Oh.
Yeah, I remember he made all the saves. That was cool.
Hey, that's cool. You just want to keep rolling for me then?
All right. Well, Drew had a really good one, and so did Grim. Was the first one for Grim and this 14 for the lion?
Yeah, it says the line right there under wisdom.
And which one is for Ivor?
Sorry. Let me see. Perception?
Yeah, perception.
Okay.
Oh, look at that. Boom.
Oh, and here comes Ivor.
All right. As we will do that, you will hear multiple howls in all directions. They kind of seem to come in all directions. It's kind of difficult to pinpoint exactly whether it's kind of echoing all throughout the woods. Carrick is going to notice that the way south kind of inclines up, not a steep hill, but it's kind of a gradual hill up. And at the top of the hill, you will notice some wolves that have kind of crested the hill, or what appears to be wolves. I don't have your line of sight. We'll give Ivor a chance to actually get in.
Hey, so the blue stuff on the perimeter here, is that still the fog?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's water, right?
No, it's fog.
That's
It's
a
the-
fog. You said fog, not bog. Okay,
It's the exhaustion fog.
gotcha.
Do I need to refresh? Is he here?
I don't see them.
Oh, there he is. Okay. That was where it was. I needed to refresh.
Oh, there he is.
Still just, yeah, you were still just the picture mark. I didn't know you'd loaded in yet.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I could hear y'all and see y'all talking.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you. I got you now. All right. So,
Yeah, that's a bog, right? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
all right. To bring you up to speed real quick, Mark, they just had a kind of a quick conversation with the individual who identified himself as Strahd.
And I'm now friends with vampires.
Oh, and yeah, Drew's now friends with me.
Oh, and you hunters marked the vampire.
Okay, so I can follow it.
Well, there's the exhaustion fog all around us currently.
All right. So y'all will see, or excuse me, y'all will hear those that I mentioned all kind of heard the howling, but Eric himself, since he's up at the front with the 19, he's going to be able to just barely make out the silhouette with the flashes of lightning of what appears to be wolves cresting the hill to the south.
And that's the direction we have to go, I assume.
That's the direction that he said that the village was at, but that's correct. So as you kind of see that, these creatures kind of seem to be slowly coming your direction. So I'll give you the opportunity, since you've perceived it, to decide what you want to do.
I will just tell everybody that there's wolf coming, and for funsies, I will cast a new spell on myself.
Okay.
If I have it on my list, hold on. I'm trying to, so everybody can read it. I don't. Did I not put it on here? I do not like it. Anyway, all right. Well, I can tell you what it does. You'll see 3 duplicate carracks appear around me.
All right. Mirror image.
Yeah. I thought I had it on my list. I guess I don't. I can add it real quick. Hold on.
All right.
Is that current order indicate we need to be rolling for initiative?
Yeah, I was going to say that I was letting Carrot get his spell up.
I get more decks in my build. Awful.
I assume I'm at disadvantage. Isn't the initiative a check with save?
Yeah, you're not at disadvantage on initiative, I don't think.
You do or don't with exhaustion? It's an ability check, isn't it?
I think it's an ability check. It's a dex
Okay.
check.
I need to roll again, man.
Or it's based off your dex.
Yeah.
Okay, there, that's better. 1. I'll go ahead and change it.
All right, let's see here. So many clicks. Ivor, what was yours?
A 6.
6.
We rolled a lot of 6s.
Mhm.
I got a big fat 1.
They did not roll a lot of 6s.
Baron, what was yours? I don't
Oh, I'm
see.
sorry. Yeah, let me do that. I'm dealing with somebody else here. Sorry. Initiative.
Yeah.
8. It should be in there.
All right, it is. Round order in there. All right. Let me zoom out a little bit. All right. This guy is going to. Right, this guy right here is going to. I'm not sure because I don't have your visions pulled up, so he's going to make some movements. Let's see here. Let me see what Jack's vision is. Jack can see this, so Jack would see this. I think it's just out of. It might be just out of Carrick's vision, but y'all would. The two of y'all would probably be the only two that could see this. This particular wolf, again, you're able to see it is moving on 2 legs. It is going to pass this large tree, and as it does so, it's going to use its action to rake its claws across this tree.
Oh, good.
And as it does so, you'll see the tree twist and pull its roots out and kind of come to life. And then let's see here, that was 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. All right. And next up is this guy. 30. Let's see here. Control L. Nope. Eric. Let's see here. Eric and Grim roll perception. Thank you, Eric, Grim, and Drew roll perception. Yeah, y'all 3 roll perception.
This advantage is going great.
All right, Grim, you're going to notice with that to your to the west, you will see a one of these same type of creatures starting to emerge from the fog to the west.
Mm-hmm. I'll relay that to everyone, I guess, on my turn. I don't know if I have a free action here.
No, but I'm just letting you know in case you didn't see your character with that perception, you would be able to see that.
I got you.
I wanted to call your attention to it. All right, this one.
Shoot that.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
That's up.
Right. This one is going to make a multi-attack. He is going to try to bite. Does that hit?
Who we hitting? Me?
Mm-hmm.
No, I cast shield on myself.
All right.
No. You said no.
Yeah, 13.
And let's see here. So the second one is probably not going to hit either. All right.
werewolf lycanthropy do? I might would have wanted to be hit with it.
That's true.
Right.
You might get turned into a vampire. Werewolf.
All right, Jack, you're up, man.
I'm going to cast Hypnotic Pattern. So I need a, can't remember if it's a 30-foot cube. 30-foot cube, please.
Anybody can do that.
Yeah, there should be a folder with.
there's a
I
thing.
got it. Yeah.
I'd do it, but I'm so many subfolders deep. I'd have to scroll for 10
There
years
you
to
go.
find.
I got it.
I have it minimized, I wonder.
It's out there now.
Slide it to the other way. There you go.
Put it where
One more time. One more time.
And that should get all 4 of them.
Yep.
So they all need to make wisdom saves.
Can I go and get rid of it now?
Yeah.
Boom. All right, all need to make wisdom save. They are not super bright, so that was the far left one. This is the next to the left. He fails. This is the one right in front of you. And then the one to your left, screen to the right, screen right.
That one ties. I think my spell DC is 17.
All right.
Yeah,
All right. So he will be the only one that does not is not affected by that. The other 3 are incapacitated. I sure wish that they had a cooler picture for this, but let's see here. Oh, not enough screen. There we go. There's the hit over there. All right. All right, is that all that you want to do, or do you want
I'm
to
going to move.
All right.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to stay right there.
All right. All right, this one is incapacitated, so now it is the lion's turn.
Okay. I'm gonna send the lion 10, 25, 30. I'm gonna tell him to hold his attack action until somebody gets within range of him right there.
Okay. Baron, you're up.
Right. I'll see exactly what happened. 2, 3, 4. Am I in that fog yet?
No, you're just outside it.
I'll hold my action until somebody approaches the lion or makes an attempt to attack me.
Carrot?
I'll step over towards the one that's awake and just give him the old firebolt. Uh, 20 to hit.
Oh, yeah.
6 whole points of fire damage.
You want to take any additional movement, or was that all of it?
Nah, I'm good. I got my 2 fighters in front of me.
All right. Drew.
Drew will step up in front of Carrot. Oh, I see so much more now. And I'll use Toll the Dead on this one in front of me here.
Okay.
So it's got to I forgot what save it is. Wisdom save. Was that it? The 7?
Yeah.
Okay, that'll fill. So 15 of necrotic.
Okay.
That'll be it for me.
Ivor, you're up, buddy.
Okay, sorry, I'm dealing with kids. Hang on, I got a barking dog. One sec.
Dude, speaking of dogs, right before I logged on, our Great Dane just like projectile vomited on the carpet.
Nice.
It was so bad.
Did you tell her, hey, you got to clean that up? I got to go play D&D?
I was like, what the heck? Like out of nowhere. Those kinds of sickness, nothing.
That's like a human throwing up.
Dude, and then wanted to play afterwards.
Fine.
Probably
He felt better.
Yeah, for real.
25. I can't see anything. My whole left side of my screen. Oh,
Well, you can't now when you move your token back. But if the oop was because he said he reminded you of one that he saw, that would be different.
that's what it was.
Okay.
But
We'll allow that.
I'd have to show you my screen. I have my character sheet on the left side of my screen, so I really couldn't even see anything, including the one. But I will, for sakes there, I'll leave him there, and I'm gonna shoot here.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast Hunter's Mark. Oh, did I cast Hunter's Mark on the vampire?
You did.
Yeah.
Let me look at that up real fast. I know you can't do it twice, but I don't know how long it lasts. It might not be worth it.
Isn't it like a bonus action to move it, though?
It is a bonus action to move it, but
If
it
you
only
want.
lasts for so long, so that dude's gone.
I'm sure we'll see him again.
He's probably got that over our heads right now.
All right, well, I'm casting Hunter's Mark on this guy.
Do it.
14 probably doesn't hit.
It hits.
It hit, so that's 11. And then I'm gonna do it again.
Okay.
29, 2-1. This is gonna be a fantastic night for me. So all together, 19 points of damage on that guy.
Mark, is yours only +6?
My Hunter's Mark.
No, your attack modifier. The damage modifier.
Yeah, I think so.
There's hold on. Okay.
All right, Grim.
No, it's a +10.
Mine is.
Yeah, his.
Yeah, no, the damage was +6.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, my attack is +10.
Yeah, okay. I thought you were saying attack.
No.
Is it still? Is the weather still really bad here? Like you said, it was starting to
Yeah,
Thunder and lightning.
it's thundering and lightning, and there's no rain. It's just kind of like when the storm clouds were rolling in, but
No, okay.
you still have visibility. It's not like gushing rain, pouring rain or anything.
All right. I'll pull out my pearl and I will cast call lightning.
Okay.
That is 1 second.
Tell this 60.
It's a 60-foot radius, so 120 foot in diameter.
All right.
It'll cover the map.
Yeah, I can say.
And I get an extra D10 damage. And since it's lightning damage, I'm going to use what is that?
Hey, shh.
Let's see. Yeah, I'm going to use this. So it's 4d10. And I want to use it on this gentleman here. So it's 40 damage. I think it doesn't make this dex.
40 damage, nice.
Dang.
Okay. Let's see here. Okay, so it doesn't hit everything on the map. I was making it sound like it made it seem like I need to.
He can
You
hear
know,
all that.
I can cast it anywhere underneath that 120 foot radius.
Oh, okay, because I was going to say, I got you. It may,
He can pick one spot in there to hit.
I got you. I was about to say it's going to take a little bit to roll 14 different deck saves.
No.
Okay, so you're just directing it at this particular point, guy right here.
Yeah, for right now.
And what was the damage?
40.
Well, it's
40.
a deck save, too.
Yeah, he gets to make the deck save.
He won't make it.
Oh.
He made it.
He made it.
So he takes 20 points of lightning damage.
Okay.
And I'm going to take my movement.
All right.
Go right there. I still want to be able to see that guy, but I'm good right now.
Right. Next up is this guy's incapacitated. This guy's incapacitated. Everybody's incapacitated. All right. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. All right, this one right here is still kicking, so he will and hit. And he will try to bite. He will miss. And he will try to claw, and he will miss.
Is that against me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Do you have anything that you want to do in response to that? I don't know.
No, I was just asking.
You and Baron got all those fancy comebacks.
No, I'm good.
All right, and this guy right here. 5, 10.
I haven't hit anybody yet. You're welcome.
And that one's incapacitated. right, Jack, you're up.
I'm going to cast Dissonant Whispers on this guy up here next to me.
All right.
So he needs to make a wisdom save. Nope. So he 3d6 and he immediately moves as far away from me as possible.
Gotcha. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And 10 points of damage.
10 points of damage.
Uh,
Move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5 right here.
Next up is the tree blight. All right, it is going to move its all right, he's going to take his movement, and then for his action, he's going to use his branches, and he is going to tear into and slam the ground 4 times. And in doing so, you will hear not only the pounding of the ground, but you will. Everybody make perception check. We got enough people that did. Ivor and Groot and Grim will all hear the tearing of limbs behind y'all. And these branches that were on this hill, this brush and stuff, will tear loose from the underbrush.
Oh, yay.
And as before, it seems like the parts of the forest are coming to life. All right, and next up is the lion.
All right. He's going to move here and go ahead. Well, tell you what, he's going to go here. He just attacks against this guy, try to get him out of the picture.
Okay.
So he gets 3 melee attacks.
Cool.
Nice.
Yeah, that'll hit.
18.
That those will both hit, and you won't need the third. That will destroy this creature.
Okay.
So if you have any movement left, he could, I guess, use that third attack.
He's gonna
He's gonna stay right there.
Yeah.
All right, Baron.
Has that tree been hit?
Huh?
Has that tree been hit yet?
No.
No. Okay. That's interesting. I'm gonna go after the most vulnerable person. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna take some swipes at this guy right here.
All right. That'll hit. And was that at 27? All right, with that, you'll destroy that.
Nice.
Nicely done.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll take my last movement to get right here in front of Jack.
All right. Ira.
Okay, I'm going to back up because I see a lot of people. 5, 10, 15. And I'm going to cast Spike Growth. It's 20 feet from this point.
Okay.
Is that what it is? Is it 20 feet? 20-foot radius.
It's a 20-foot. It's 40-foot diameter.
Yeah, 40-foot diameter.
I can put it out there for you if you want me to.
Yeah, good. I was trying to click on my
Circle 40. What do you want? Like
that's
somewhere like that.
well, yeah, we're gonna do it right there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you don't have to resize it.
Huh?
No, it's fine.
Is that a 20-foot radius?
That's a 40-foot
40-foot radius.
Radius.
You want a 20-foot radius?
Yeah. That's just in the. Yeah, there we go. I was about to say that doesn't look like anything I've ever thrown out there.
I think Fireball is like that.
I was gonna let it go, but
20-foot radius is
I
perfect.
was like Baron. I thought you were about to drag it and resize it.
oh, no. That's where that's going right there.
Right.
And then I'm taking a shot at this dude, right?
Is that if that's where you want
Yeah, you
it?
can move it to the lap level. Yeah, or whatever. Yeah.
Good deal.
I'm shooting at this guy.
Yep.
19, so it's 15, and there's the greens. Last time it was 16 hits, right? So 12 and 15 is 27.
Got it. All right. Drew?
I'm running at the tree. Let's go start hacking.
I thought you were the one that loved trees, though.
Not this one. This is an abomination.
I can see Drew saying that this is an abomination.
No, like all for realness, both in the religion and Emerald Enclave, all of this is an abomination to nature.
All right. That just misses.
No. Wow.
Oh.
Starting off strong, guys.
Can I do this?
All right. Are you going to take any movement away, or are you going to stay there?
No, I'm running right into him.
All right. Carrick?
Carrick will reach into his pouch and grab some sulfur and bat guano.
There we go.
And how do I do this? Oh gosh, that's not the right sense.
No.
I want to just like singe Baron's eyebrows with this fireball.
All right. Is it deck save?
Yeah. Yeah. 33 points of damage.
I don't know what the DC is. I know the second two miss.
17.
Sorry, so they all three miss, and the damage was 33.
30. 30.
30. All right. So that destroys that one. That destroys that one. That destroys that one.
Okay, good. And then just for funsies, I too will charge the tree.
Abomination!
Abomination!
Eric's just all out of sorts. He doesn't know what to do.
All right.
Burn it, Derek.
I'll tell you what,
Burn it all.
there's something so gratifying about picking up 8 dice and throwing them at once.
I can't wait. That's what I think that every time I go into my closet to get some of my stuff out of my chest, I'm looking at my wooden book that has all my dice and my felt things and everything in there, my tray, and it's like withdrawals. I can't wait till I get to roll those again.
I bought 6 sets of dice today
Nice.
Did you?
for the kids, for all the kids and stuff.
I miss rolling dice
Mm-hmm.
because all I do is click. All right, let's see here. All right, this one right here is going to take, so I don't have to scroll up and find it. Go ahead and tell me what the damage is. He's going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So 25 of his 30 feet of movement was in the spike growth, Mark.
Yeah, but it's also difficult terrain. So
Well, you don't
Gotcha. So 5, 10, 15. Gotcha. All right. So he moved 15 feet.
So that's 64.
64.
So there's 5 of them, and then one more. Oh,
Right.
that's pretty good. Except for 19.
it rolls 4, 3, 4, 3, 4.
Oh,
Yeah. Brute baller. You couldn't roll a 64?
No, not off that little that thing up there.
Grim, you're up.
You
I
can modify
advance
it to
dice
whatever.
roll. I need to create a macro.
You can roll a modified roller to whatever you want.
What?
You just go to advanced roller, advanced
Yeah,
dice
I
roller.
didn't do that. It was easier.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I guess I could have done that. Yeah. This is not real. I just want to see it. Okay. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just call lightning again on the tree.
All right.
I'm gonna use let's see. So it's gonna be another 40 points of damage, but he gets a dex save. That's a fail.
All right. So he'll get hit with 40 points of damage.
Strike it down, Grim.
So yeah, Carrot and Druid are standing there in front of this tree. A Thor lightning bolt is going to come down and slop off a couple limbs, and Carrot's going to know what it's like to have his eyebrows singed after he just did it to Baron.
Let's see. A bonus action. Cast spiritual weapon.
All right.
Let's see. Right here.
Okay.
There's a 20 hit.
Mm-hmm.
11 points of damage.
As that spiritual weapon slices into it, this thing is going to fall down to one knee, blood gushing out of several gaping wounds, and he's about to perish.
Okay.
All right, this one's incapacitated still. This one's incapacitated still. 5, click, come on, sucker. 5, 10, 15, Mark, roll me, you move 15.
So it's 2d4 for every 5 feet. So again, 6 feet. 64, I mean. Oh, yeah, well,
Not so good this time.
not so good.
All right, and this one, 5, 10, 15, do it again for me.
Okay.
That's better.
A little bit better, yeah.
Right. Let's see here. That one is incapacitated. And this one, 5, 10, 15. Do it again for me, Mark. Boom. All right, Jack.
I'm going to cast Plant Growth, just the instantaneous one on almost this entire left side of the map.
All right. I basically remember it makes everybody basically stationary.
It's like 4 times movement. It's like double difficult
It's like
terrain.
5 feet. I think they get 5 feet of movement as we did the math.
Yeah.
So it says concentration up there, but that's for the long version. The instantaneous one is not concentration.
Okay.
It's just one action.
And you basically did it on the whole left side of the map, all like basically.
Yeah. From pretty much where the spiritual weapon is.
All the way left.
Yeah. Because it's huge, right? It's like 100-foot radius.
Yeah.
Radius.
All right. You gonna take any movement?
I'll move right in here.
All right. All right, this creature is going to move there. It's going to make it multi-attack. Against Eric.
So, what was it?
17 to attack.
He hits one of the duplicates.
Okay. And then the next one's a 15.
He hits me, but it's a miss.
Okay.
Then I'd like to take a reaction and take a swing at him.
Okay.
Sentinel. Nice.
All right, that'll hit. And I'll do that damage just a second, and let me do his other 2 hits.
Oh, my bad. I thought you were done.
It's all right.
Is that me again?
Yeah. 28.
That one hits.
Okay. All right, you are now grappled.
Cool.
And it doesn't do any good to do a 4th one because it doesn't do damage on the hit. So you'd be grappled again. You're double grappled.
Oh, dang. Sorry. I wish I would have reserved my reaction till that. Just slap that thing off.
Mine is 15. It was 15 points of damage.
Yeah.
The lion.
Yeah, he's going to move up.
My bad. Sorry, I'm trying to do something.
30 here. I don't know if that grants me
It does.
advantage or not.
It does.
1, 2, and 3. So
All 3 of those will hit. So 6, 17, so 28. Carried. All right.
Hey, just to clarify from here, I searched something in the compendium up here. Do I drag that to my player sheet? How do I do that?
Yeah, just drag it over there.
But where do I
It's
drag
dropped
it?
on your sheet. It'll go where it belongs.
Where it belongs.
Anywhere on your sheet.
Okay, I just don't see where it went then. Okay.
All right, Baron, you're up.
Okay. I'm gonna take my movement at least to. Those guys aren't going anywhere. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. I'll just do it on screen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That would be a dash, so I'm pretty much posed at this point. I'm in melee with this guy, but I can't do anything.
Okay. Ivor?
Okay. I can't figure out what I'm doing here.
And I would bonus action ask Carrick to move over so I can hit this guy.
Carrick, and you'll notice Carrick is wrapped in vines and can't move.
Oh, okay. I'll deal with it.
This guy.
Okay.
Do I get sneak attack since the blessed weapons right next to him or whatever?
It
Sweet.
doesn't grant you.
Sneak attack doesn't count
I
it.
don't think it does. I think we looked that up.
That's fine.
Yeah, it doesn't do critical roll because it's not supposedly like a direct threat or something.
Okay.
They say.
That
14
hit,
hits him.
and that will destroy it.
All right, and the next one, that one.
Okay.
Ooh, crit.
Are you not using your Colossus Slayer on these guys?
Well,
Because they won't take a damage.
oh, that's true. Yeah, I hit the wrong. Well, oh, I critted it either way. Look at that. I used Colossus Slayer in it. Oh, I didn't do it. It messed it up. But anyway, either way, I just burned a crit there.
All right, so damage.
That would have been 22.
22.
Yeah, you're right, Chris.
Right.
You have got to be the worst ranger ever.
Do anything else?
Me, I will move 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. Move there.
Okay. Drew?
All right, so he'll get, I guess, an attack of opportunity, but I'm going to run around to this side.
Okay.
Over here by Carrot.
He's going to try to bite you as you pull away.
That'll miss. And then I'm going to try to cut Carrot free.
Okay. Yes, that will hit. And you did enough damage, so you will cut him free.
And then I'm going to use my next attack on the tree.
Okay.
I doubt that hit.
Yes.
All right. And I'm going to say, Carrot, burn it. Burn this abomination.
All right,
I'm
Carrie,
not going to like Salem witch trials on this whole place. Just burn everything.
Sherman's March.
That's a good idea, and I'll take a step back with my newfound freedom. Is there any attack that happens?
I didn't hear
Yeah,
you.
he already used his reaction.
Oh, I said I took a step back away from the tree. I didn't know if it. Oh, he already did use his reaction on Drew.
Yeah, he used it on Drew.
All right. Well, then we're gonna get a little fun here. Then I'm gonna say, hey guys, don't worry about those guys over there on the left.
Where are we?
And they're gonna disappear behind a wall of fire. And I'm gonna put it to where they're all right on the edge of the 20-foot circle.
You can do a wall with that radius.
Hold on, I'm trying to do something else.
Sorry.
So centered inside that. Hold on, golly. Now I got two of them. So like that's the only safe spot. So that'll be a dex save for all three of them. Or I think that happens when on their turn.
Oh, so you're trying to make the wall a
That says
circle.
when the wall appears. So,
Oh yeah, go for it.
whoa, wrong thing. Whoops. All right, there we go. Now we get to them. All right, deck save. It's the far left one.
Oh,
Saved.
32.
The middle one. And the bottom one.
So the damage is 32.
So 32 for the middle one. That was, because he failed that, minus 32. And then half of that for the top and the bottom one.
They rolled more than. Oh yeah, they did. Okay. Sorry, I got a lag in the chat. But it's going to take them 3 turns to get out of the out of danger.
Right. Anything else you're gonna do?
Nope, I'm good. I'm now concentrating.
All right.
Tag that.
Grim?
Yeah, I'm just gonna use the call lightning again. Roll on the tree for 19 points of lightning, and I can't see the guy anymore. So
Does it have to? Doesn't it have to make a deck save?
it has to make a deck save. He made it, so he takes 8 points.
All right.
And then I'll have the spiritual weapon attacking. Let's see if I can find that.
That'll miss.
Yep.
Oh wait. Does this? Yeah.
It won't have advantage either way.
Okay. Yeah. I wasn't sure how the spiritual weapon worked. All right. That one's incapacitated. That one's incapacitated.
Oh, I forgot we said those 2 werewolves incapacitated.
Okay. So, well, it won't matter. That thing is dead. All right. Next is that one. And when he takes his movement, that one's dead. And this one's incapacitated. And that one will be dead. Yeah. They didn't have many HPs at all. There was no sense even half would they would die. Jack, you're up.
all right. Well, I'm just going to vicious mockery the tree so it can. There's a disadvantage, hopefully. So wisdom save. Oh, so he is at disadvantage on his next attack.
Okay.
And what do I get? What 10? 2d4. 3 points of damage.
Hey, one more level and you'll get to roll 3d4.
Yeah.
You're taking a movement?
Big spender.
I'll move actually not that far. I like this.
All right. On his tree's turn, he is going to do his multi-attack. He will be at a disadvantage. So,
Who's he attacking?
Huh?
Who's he attacking?
Baron.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
That hit.
All right, so 19 on the hit. Second attack disadvantage.
I'm gonna cutting words the first one.
Okay.
If you roll a 1, I missed it. Yeah.
All right, he missed his second one. Third one is a miss.
Yeah, I'm gonna repost on that one
Okay.
just for fun.
That will hit. 16, 24, 32. All right. And then his last one will be a miss.
Yeah, I could repost on that too, but my turn's coming.
With the damage that you dealt, you've chopped off quite a few of its Brent night, sweetie.
Like I said, his time's coming.
What you need? Did you need something? Okay. Anyway, you did quite a bit of damage to that one, and you can tell that this thing is not long for the world.
Yep.
All right. You gonna take any movement?
I won my turn.
Oh, sorry. The lion is up.
Melee attacks. 11 and 22. So
20 points of damage. This thing is basically, you've knocked it down to the just a stump at this point. So Baron, you're up.
Okay. I got I guess 30 feet of movement, right? Well, it doesn't matter. I'm just gonna hit it twice.
Okay. That one will miss. That one will hit, and that will destroy it.
Nice. I almost regretted my decision there.
Right. You gonna take any movement?
Yeah, I will actually. I'll take 1, 2, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Okay.
That'll be it.
Ivor, you're up.
I want to lay down and take a nap. No, I'm just kidding. 5, 10, 25, 30. I went the wrong way. I'm actually on dash, so there's 30, 35, 40. There. That's it.
All right. Groot.
All right, I'm gonna run up to this one, and I'm gonna look at Bear and be like, "We hitting this thing?"
Absolutely.
And then let's go. 15,
That will hit.
and the second one,
25.
25.
So 30.
Oh no, what are you hitting?
So we're
Oh, there was a red X on it. I thought he was dead.
No,
that's
incapacitated. I was just moving for advantage on him.
Oh, I should have shot everybody.
Yeah, you should have shot him. Definitely should have shot him.
I was surprised you didn't.
Yeah, Carrick will see the one that's awake and take a firebolt for 20 something to hit.
I guess I don't really know what incapacitated means.
10 points of fire damage.
They were dazed and confused.
Okay, see that. Okay,
They were just kind of standing there, dazed and confused.
I should have shot everybody.
Carrick.
I firebolted this one for 10 points of fire
Okay,
damage.
I got that. I mean, any movement.
Oh, no, I'm good.
All right, Grim.
Bonus action, I'll move.
Actually, at the end of my turn, can I just take a little quick look at the fog and see if it's moving?
Sure. Make an investigations check.
Or at least I'm at disadvantage on this. An 18 and a 2, they add up to 20. But that'll be 11.
No, you don't see anything at least that you're able to tell that the fog is encroaching.
Then I'll stay put.
Okay.
All right, well, I'm gonna move that spiritual weapon over. Sweet business. I'll take a smooth 20 to hit. 8 points of force damage. And then I'll roll my for my action. I will try to strike him with some lightning.
Dude, that's pretty sick. That call down lightning like that.
14, and he's gonna be a deck save.
Yeah, call lightning's ridiculous.
He takes
So
a
8 and 14 is enough to destroy it.
Nice. So let's just skip ahead till Jack's turn.
Yep.
Jack, you are up, sir.
I'm gonna hold my turn until Barrett hits this other guy.
Oh, I'm not gonna hit him.
You aren't?
Yeah, I'm gonna hit him.
The lion.
Or actually, yeah, I guess I'll hold it till Barrett still.
The lion's up.
Yeah, I would cast it just on the perimeter there. He's gonna move up to this guy and just start swinging. He's gonna use a shield bash to try to knock him down. That's a miss. It's terrible. 14.
14 will hit.
22, so 16.
Baron?
I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll hold my action until somebody else hits this guy. Until this guy dies, I'm holding my action.
Okay. Ivor.
Yeah, I'm hitting that guy.
That'll hit. 15.
I can't even handle all that. 14, 25.
Great. You got
And, oh, I missed.
No, it hits.
Oh, that hits. Yeah, okay.
And that is literally just enough to kill it.
Okay. I'll take my turn now.
Okay.
Wake this fool up.
That will hit.
Okay. And I'll
6.
do it again.
Hit. 27.
And I'll hang tight right there.
Then I'll take my action and just fit and go ahead and make a wisdom save. Vicious mockery.
Okay.
So he'll be at disadvantage if he comes around on his.
Make fun of that.
And you almost killed him.
Oh, I wanted him to die of insults.
Drew,
I'll run up to this werewolf and let's.
probably punch him and kill him.
No.
That will hit.
Okay.
And you will destroy that one.
And I'll spit on his corpse.
There you go. And I'll laugh. Baron will
Burn them
laugh.
all, Carrick. Burn them all.
All right.
Technically, the fire, the wall of fire is still up because I don't know if the werewolves are still alive in there or not.
Leave it up. That's fine.
Y'all combat.
We loot them all and find 1,000 gold.
I'm about to go like Spanish Inquisition on this place.
All right. So y'all are out of combat.
Eric's going to get away from the fog that he knows does not do good things.
Let's go south.
Yep. Keep on going south.
All right. Y'all will y'all head south. And as y'all kind of make your way south, you will notice that this fog, this mist, it's kind of hard to tell. It seems to have almost a solidity to it as far as it looks to be a cloud of fog. But you remember what it felt like when you went through it. It was almost kind of wet. So it's this fog / mist. It's kind of on each side of you. Trying to funnel you to the south through the woods as you kind of head through the area. You'll notice that again. It matches the scenery, matches everything that you've seen thus far. All the trees are kind of close together in certain spots, very very dark and overcast. The thunder and the lightning continues to kind of flash above. It hasn't started raining, but just seems to be perpetually dark. As you make your way for probably a good hour or so, you don't encounter any other problems. The only things of note would be again the rolling thunderclouds. It is at some point that as y'all kind of head further south, let's see here. Oh, connection to the server has been interrupted. Well, it did that again. Let's see if I can press through like I did last time. Let's do this. Just got to find it. Give me just a minute. All right, as you make your way, it took me a second to find it. There's so many freaking things. I don't know how you did this, Trevor. Huh?
I don't remember either.
As you make your way through these towering trees, again with this heavy gray mist or fog that's kind of blocking out your visibility to the left and the right as you kind of go south. I need everybody to roll a perception.
Say what was it? Making what?
Perception.
Oh, shit.
Sorry about that. All right. Let me see the rolls here. All right. Let's see here. The lion. Right. Jack is going to.
That 23 was, it should be a 12 because I'm at disadvantage.
Oh, okay. Then it won't be Jack. How about next highest is Baron? As y'all kind of make your way again, y'all been kind of heading for about an hour south through the woods. The mist does not seem to be encroaching any more on you than it has. Again, it just kind of leads you south through the woods. But as you go, Baron, you're going to notice a strange smell as y'all kind of walk. It's kind of hanging in the air, almost kind of like the smell of death or something rotting.
Okay. I guess I'll relay that to everybody and tell them to kind of slow their roll a little bit. Sounds like something's dead up here. Smells like something's dead up here.
Okay. As you continue south at a slower pace, you'll notice that it gets stronger, Baron, and then the lion at Ivor will be the next to kind of smell the same stench, as it kind of matches the description of what Baron kind of warned you of. As you continue a little further, it almost becomes kind of overwhelming, and it's at this point that you can kind of tell that there seems to be something kind of sticking in the mud and the briar and bramble off the path that you're on. And you're not really on a path; you're just kind of going, but off where you're headed. You kind of see something in the tree line just outside the fog, off to your right.
Does everybody see that, or
Just us?
Yeah, just the three of y'all.
okay?
The lion, Ivor, and Baron.
Yeah, obviously we'll go check it out.
Okay. So you said you're going to go check it out?
Why not?
Yeah.
Okay. You'll kind of is everybody going, or just the three of y'all?
We're the only three people that saw it.
Okay. So I'm assuming that the others will kind of see y'all say something to one another and point y'all's attention kind of off the beaten path. Y'all will step over just outside the fog to where you're able to kind of see this thing sticking in underbrush. As you approach it, you'll see that this is definitely where the smell is emanating from. It appears to be some type of human corpse that's kind of half buried in the underbrush and in the foliage and all kinds of almost sticking in the mud. It looks like it's been there for some time, and that it's kind of covered in mud. The clothes are torn. It has claw marks kind of raked across parts of the body, and you can also tell that there's been evidence of crows that have kind of been at the body, evidence of feeding. You also see some additional paw prints kind of in the mud around this body.
The lion go, yep, it's dead.
All right. Well,
Can we notice?
I'll do this, I guess.
Yeah, I was going to say, is there any kind of markings on it or cloth that is it too corroded?
I mean, is it rolling or what?
Hello.
Well, your instruments has been noted.
We've been looking for that guy for a while.
Hey, I don't think anyone's ever messaged the poor guy.
No, we did. Carrick did.
Oh, that's right. I think you're right. That's right.
Eric's talked to him once or twice.
All right. So who was that did that? Ivor and Baron are going to kind of take a closer look and kneel down. The lion is he doesn't. He's seen enough of those and been responsible for enough of those. He doesn't really care about it. But Ivor and Baron are going to take a more discerning look at the dead body, and you are going to see kind of obviously the evidence at closer hand that this thing has been mauled and torn apart. It does appear to have been a human at some point before the savage attack, and decomposition kind of took over. But as you kind of poke at it and take a look at it, you're going to notice that it appears to be in his jacket pocket a piece of parchment that's kind of sticking out kind of under the mud that's kind of caked over his jacket.
Well, I know Ivor can't read, so I'll pick it up. And I'll look with that investigation. I'll make another one. Does it still have a skull? Like a
yes, yeah. It's I mean, it's not completely rotted away. It's just it's begun decomposing.
Okay.
So you're gonna pick up the letter?
Yeah. I'll take the letter.
All right, Baron will reach his hand into the muddy, torn jacket pocket that's kind of on the interior, and wipe the mud off. And you'll open up the letter, and you'll notice that it has a distinct penmanship, someone that looks at least semi-educated, and you will have this.
Adopted daughter.
I'm just gonna notice that he's struggling to read that, and I'm like, "Can you need any help reading that?" Or
I mean,
I can read very well.
I mean, it might take me a minute, but damn it, Carrick's not here.
It's the curse of who uses that anymore.
So that's what you'll fish out of his kind of breath.
Does everybody see this? I think we should take this back to Carrick. And also call Grim over here real quick. I'm just saying. Okay, we're going to take the letter to Carrick and go get Grim.
Okay, y'all kind of do all that, and you'll kind of let them know what led you off the path. Off the area in which you traveled down near the fog. What you found in the dead body, you'll show them the letter, and that should now permanently be in your journal under the documents.
Okay.
And y'all will then continue further south through the.
I'm assuming they told us about that.
Huh?
I'm assuming they told us about that guy. And
Yeah.
the letter.
I'm
I
thinking,
think it's really
The burgomaster.
Oh, I'm going to set him on fire before we go.
okay.
Not burning him.
Just as y'all kind of turn to south, Jack says, "Hold up 1 second," and he lights a match and hasta la vista, baby.
I assume Darut's like, "Yeah, baby, burn him.
I've now turned into a crazy bad man.
So y'all will
Unnatural death, just burn.
He's over there talking to Carrick, like, "Now tell me a fireball. How do you like? Can I do that?
How do I
Out of your hand, but like, where do you keep it?
Where do you keep it?
Well, I'm going to let y'all have it. I'm leaving it. I'm
All right.
going to bed.
All right, Griff.
all right, see, buddy.
Yeah.
So y'all will continue further south through the woods. It will be again another probably 45 minutes to an hour of rough travel. You have not noticed this mist or this fog kind of encroaching any more on you than it has, but it does seem to kind of be stationary on each side of you, continuing to kind of funnel y'all or guide y'all south in the direction that y'all have been traveling. It's at this point that y'all will kind of reach an area where I need everybody to make perception checks again.
I assume that my passive is 19, and if I don't pass that,
Yeah, I'm always using your higher of the two.
That roll Jax. Is he at disadvantage? Should I roll him again?
Who, Jack?
he's a disadvantage as well.
He is.
I think so. I think that's what he was saying earlier.
Yeah, he is.
There's the second roll then.
All right. Who is?
Yeah, it's saying my connection to the server's been interrupted.
Yeah, I've had that happen twice for some reason.
This is what happened last time though when it shut me out. Okay, no, I'm good. All right.
I think when Chris left, it kind of threw a glitch in there for a second.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Well,
So, Carrick, you're not at disadvantage, right?
No, I am. That was a disadvantage roll. Mine's in the chat. I rolled a 7. Those two that I put as rolls are for Jack.
Oh, okay. So,
Jack got a 7, and Carrick got a 7.
what did Jack get?
A 7.
Oh, I don't see his. That's the bottom one. I got you. Those were two. Okay. So Baron, oddly enough, is going to, I think, is the highest.
Yes. With the 20.
There's just so many numbers when I start scrolling.
No, I know. I don't know how you do it.
So Baron, as y'all you're gonna kind of halt everybody. Your spidey senses are gonna tingle. Your vision, you're kind of getting used to this dark forest, low light situation, and you're gonna see what appears to be maybe the flicker of some type of light, flicker of light, possibly flame, due south.
Due south. Yeah, the real life Baron almost got arrested by the mall police today.
Nice.
Detail.
Yeah, I gotta know what you're doing.
Dude. Yeah, that was brutal. It was brutal. They were gonna do the flyover for like an aerobatics team in Monroe, and the mall is like prime like runway territory. So we posted up right there, and the mall police told us the mall's closed. You got to leave. I was like, so I lifted the hood on the truck and said that it won't start. I'm waiting for a jump. And they said we got to jump. I said we do this every day. No, I'm waiting for somebody else. Well, we've already called Monroe Police Department. Anybody in this parking lot is going to be kicked out. I was like, I am not afraid of the Monroe Police Department. I'm sorry, but yeah, she was a treat. I'll say that.
She sounded like it.
Yeah.
So what ended up happening?
Oh no, we just stayed there. I mean, the Monroe Police has way more stuff to do with all these tornadoes than to kick people out of a mall parking lot nobody's in. Anyway, keep going.
So she wasn't the happy-go-lucky Paul Blart type.
I'm not going to mention this anymore on this video.
That will be publicly posted.
Yeah. She knows who she is.
She follows us on she follows
one of our
channel.
viewers.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's that you kind of stop them, Baron, because you catch due south. You catch through the trees what appears to be the appearance of some type of flicker of light, maybe flicker of flame.
Okay. So now we see a flicker of flame. Y'all might want to check up Ivor. There's some stuff out here we might want to look at. And also Carrick.
Yep.
What direction is that?
Due south.
Yep,
Down.
straight south.
Down.
Down.
So using the sorority girl.
Yeah, the sorority or high school girl vernacular, I guess.
I guess I'll
I'm not very stealthy, so
Yeah, I'll try.
let's let the stealthy people go.
What?
+4, you crit failed.
All right. Was he the only one that was going?
Well, I mentioned Carrick, but yeah, that crit fail is probably going to crit fail everybody. So.
No, I know. I just didn't know if anybody was going to be with him.
I guess I'll bring R2 back, and I'll take my sack from her,
Okay.
and I'll send her down.
Okay. Well, go ahead and move your token down there, Mr. Ivor.
Hey, how come I have 95 hit points, but this thing it doesn't carry it over into every map?
Every token's new on every map.
He has to save it as your custom.
You just have to redo it.
Going to be going 99 bottles of beer.
Yeah, I haven't saved that token for this one since the last time you leveled up, I guess.
Okay.
We've got to get him a new song. Like.
So, all right. Well, what we'll do is we'll kind of handle this in tandem here.
You say R2's going to hear Ivor making a racket, and she's going to fly the other way.
She's going what?
She's going to fly the other way.
Right. So let me. It'll be easiest to start with R2. What R2 is going to see, I'll describe to you, Carrick. As R2 flies around to the right, she's going to spot in a small clearing what appears to be a campsite with several tents and a definitive, like a fairly large campfire, meaning that it does not appear that they're trying to hide this fire from anything. In the middle of the camp, in the middle of these three tents, you're going to see several individuals kind of milling about, one or two sitting in sleeping bags, and then others standing about. They're going to be kind of dressed in colorful garb. You'll see a woman standing by the fire. She appears to be dancing. And almost, what's the best way to describe this? Almost kind of like it's like a gypsy scene almost. She's kind of dancing for the men, and that's what R2 is going to see. And so she'll relay that obviously to you through her vision. Ivor will switch back to our adept thief. He's made his way up to the just the edge of the tree line, and you are able to see the back of one of the tents. If I've got tell me if this is wrong. I'm clicking on your vision. It looks like you can see the back of one of the tents and two of the individuals. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. And so you're going to catch a glimpse of the northern part of this camp that R2 is seeing. Again, you wouldn't know what he's seeing at this point. So you're going to see something similar. You're going to see a fire with two individuals standing around it in the back of one of these tents, and what appears to be possibly another tent directly south of it. But as you kind of break the tree line, as is you are prone to do, you're going to trip on your own feet, and you're going to crash through the brush, creating quite a bit of racket as you kind of fall through the branches. And let's see here. Oh, well, that's right. That's a critical. As you fall through, you're going to scream out, "Oh, shit!" And as you do that, this will happen in tandem. R2 will see the dancing woman and the group kind of stop their festivities while this is happening. And the two that you see, Ivor, will kind of snap their heads immediately your direction. And they will both take a few steps forward in reaction to that cacophony of noise. And let's check there. All right.
I'm assuming we heard that as well.
Oh yeah. He this was a critical fail here. Yeah, you heard him. The whole forest heard this. And they will. This gentleman here, Ivor, that you see, is going to be able to see your silhouette in the dark, and he is going to say, "Who goes there?"
And I'm going to say, Ivor Thrumgar. Who are you?
Do you mean us harm?
I don't know. Do you mean me harm?
Never.
The Mexican stand up.
Come to the fire, sir. It's dangerous out there.
Hey, I'd like to turn to the group and say, hey, why don't y'all sneak around? And since I'm not stealthy, I'll walk up with Ivor.
I'm going to do an insight.
I'm not stealthy yet.
Check and see if he's being.
all either.
I get a feeling that.
Okay.
Nice.
What were you saying, Brock?
I'm not stealthy at all either.
Yeah, I was just saying I have disadvantage on stealth rolls.
Yeah, right.
All right.
Yeah.
Although Ivor has passive without a trace, we hadn't used.
Which he didn't use.
Yeah, it's overrated.
We don't need magic.
All right. He is going to obviously return your favor, and he'll critically fail that. And so, what you will be able to glean insight-wise is he does not appear, by the tone of his voice, to at this moment mean you any harm. He seems to be genuine in the fact that he's being hospitable and inviting you to the fire. There appears to be no cunning or lying in his invitation to join the fire.
All right. So I'm going to kind of stroll on up and say, do you guys have room for one more around the fire? I'm a long way from home. I don't even know where I'm at.
He will say, absolutely, please, friend, join the fire. It's this is not the woods to be a gallivanting around. Why the trickery and the sneakiness?
From man, I don't know. I don't know who you are. I mean, I just see a fire out here in the middle of the forest. I mean, that tells me one of two things: either you guys are some badasses attracting this kind of attention, y'all can hold your own with a fire, or I don't know. I just I didn't know who you were.
That's roll a. How many? That's a really good statement the way you made that. So I want to do me a favor. Roll a. We're just going to label as persuasion. Roll persuasion.
A negative. Oh my lord.
Okay.
You don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I wanted to reward the real life role playing the way you phrased that. Y'all
How
must
about a
be,
precision dice? It wouldn't
at
help.
the same time, I don't know if I can reward a literal 0. Okay, well,
Hey, the guy didn't even hear me say that, I guess.
well, he heard it. He would have given a possible answer, but this he's just going to kind of smile and say, yes, that's exactly what we are, badasses. Please, friend, absolutely. Come warm yourself by the fire. And he kind of motions to the fire and says, come join me and my friends. We always have room for one more.
The demon at your house?
What is going on?
Yeah, so they didn't like you.
Ivor's dead. Ivor's a demon now.
I don't think that was at my house, was it?
Yes.
Oh, did someone's voice turn crazy?
Yours.
Oh, sorry.
So I'm just going to kind of say,
Hey, this is a creepy adventure we're home. So
Drode's gonna break the fourth wall and bless Jared Krim.
thank you.
so I'm just going to kind of settle in by the fire and just say, well, who are you? Who are y'all? If you don't mind me asking, I told you my name. I'm Ivor.
Yeah, this one will kind of return to his spot right here, and as you kind of, this one will return here as he kind of motions you here. As you kind of approach the circle, you'll kind of hear him say, "Andre, we have guests."
I hope he's a giant.
I lost Brandon.
I lost Brandon.
Oh, I did too. And I only have one sexy leg of Baron. There we go.
I can move my phone. I can move my camera.
I just hope you're wearing pants.
Literally, the bed is right here, so I can lean back and just relax, but I can see everything.
All right. As he calls out, let's see if I can select the correct layer. There we go. A gentleman will dressed in similar garb will exit this tent and approach you, and behind him will be another lady dressed in a similar attire as the one that's dancing by the fire, and she kind of will follow closely behind him, and he will approach you and say, "Greetings, friend. My name is Andre. What is yours?"
Ivor Thrumgar. I'm Ivor.
Very
Pleased
nice to meet you. He will have exited the tent right around the time you were speaking to the other guy after he called out asking who they were. Is that what you asked?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So this gentleman that's exited that he called for, Andre, will say, we are the Vistani. We are wanderers of the land, and we have made camp here, and we are more than welcoming for any travelers that find their way in these dangerous woods.
While he's doing that, I want to work my way around the other side of the camp.
Okay.
With the lion, but I want to take my crown out of my backpack.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and move both of your tokens around. Go ahead and roll. All right, how close are you getting?
Well, yeah. How close would I have to be to hear their conversation without being seen?
Then you would need to.
I can't see what's going on down there, so I don't know.
You'll need to then, because depending on how close you get, would it be depending on whether I give you stealth with advantage. If you're staying way back, it would be with advantage, but you probably wouldn't be close enough to hear anything. If you're trying to get within earshot, you would need to just roll a straight stealth roll.
Okay, I'll tell you what. I just want to get eyes on Ivor.
Okay. All right. Then go ahead and move your 2 tokens and then roll stealth with advantage on both of those.
I don't really know where he is, so forgive me if I moved the wrong way.
Which way?
I thought he told you which direction he went.
Yeah, he kind of did, but I don't really know what the map looks like.
All right. Let's see.
I want to stay in the. Okay, I see it now. I want to stay in the tree line on this side. But I just want to be like right down here if I can do that.
All right. So you'll get just close enough where you can barely kind of see. I mean, you'll be able to see the silhouette of his with.
Yeah, if I get right there,
Ivor's. I can see him. You kind of creep.
All right, I want to go around the other way.
You'll be. Okay.
So if
all right. So
if Grim went one way, I want to go the other way.
I'm stumbling. I'm gonna stumble straight up.
all of y'all, since y'all are not getting within too close to this camp, and y'all are, again, you will be able to see him because he'll be silhouetted by the fire. Y'all can roll stealth with advantage since y'all are staying a healthy step back.
So Dex, me and the line are both at 18.
Perfect.
I rolled an 18.
So y'all are everybody's good. So y'all kind of. All right, Baron, what you gonna do? You gonna kind of hang where you're at, or you gonna make any movements?
I'm gonna wait for any sort of cue from Ivor. He's kind of controlling this situation.
Okay.
I'm gonna say, because Andre, what did Andre say as he exited? I said, "Who are you guys?"
He had said that we're the Vistani. We're wanderers of the land. We make our home in various places as we kind of travel the countryside and the forests of Barovia, or the valley of Barovia, and we are always welcoming of those that kind of find their way here through the forest.
I got you. Where are y'all headed?
Oh, we head in no particular direction. We just simply travel the land.
So, okay, so just like y'all are just
Think of these as gypsies. That's the best way to describe the answers he's given you.
right, and I get that, but I guess I'm just saying. So, like, y'all are just gonna hang out here until you're tired, and then you're gonna go flip a coin, go whichever way, or what?
Yeah, until we're either too tired, too drunk, or too bored to stay here anymore.
I got you. So, how long have y'all been doing that? Forever?
Oh, for as long as I know, as far as I've been alive.
You know these parts pretty well. You know the valley.
Oh, absolutely.
What's and y'all forgive me because I missed the first part of this in the conversation with what's his name? What's his name that we met? Who's the head of the book?
His name is
Strahd.
Strahd.
Strahd. Yeah.
Strahd.
Strahd.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna say, Andre. So do you know? So y'all been here forever. I mean, you guys know this land. Like, there's probably nobody that knows it better than you, huh?
Probably not.
And the people in the land, you. That's all you, huh? You know everybody, huh? I bet.
Oh, absolutely. We've been all over the valley.
Yeah.
We've even been out of the valley.
Oh, really? Where have y'all gone outside the valley?
Oh, all throughout the to places yonder.
Yonder. I've never been yonder, but I've heard it. Heard it's some great exploits there. Tell me, listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm kind of new to the valley, but I've just met this guy named Strahd. Is that his name? Strahdi. Rahid.
Yes. Go ahead.
I don't know. I'm just saying his name. Funny.
Yeah. Said, oh, yeah. You have met. You have met the ancient one.
The ancient one. Okay. Tell me. I got a feeling. I had a feeling there was something about this guy. What do you know about him?
He is the ruler of this land.
The whole thing? The whole valley?
Yes. And I would assume if you're new to this land, then he brought you here.
Yeah, I think he did. We kind of had a brief run-in with him, but earlier. But I didn't really. Just met a guy 5 seconds. I mean, you don't really know somebody. That's why I'm sitting here talking to you. I don't know you. I'm trying to get to know you. All you got, all your peoples. Any. I don't know where I'm at here, guys. I missed the conversation with Strahd. I'm sure there's some things I could have picked up on.
With this guy?
You did pretty good. I mean,
So Yeah, so hey, that's well, okay, I'll take that one little piece and then I won't ask again. But so if he brought me here, how did you guys get here? Did he bring y'all here?
No, he did not bring us here. We have been a part of this valley for generations and generations. Um, many of us have known nothing but the valley. Our parents and our parents' parents and generations back from that. The Vistani are residents of Barovia.
I guess I'm trying to figure out how to get out of the valley here, man. How do I get out of the valley?
Through the valley. To get out of the valley, it's as simple as leaving through the fog.
Really? Okay. Yeah, the fog brought me here. I'm a little weary of the fog. I didn't, I go to sleep in the fog and wake up in wherever we are, Barovia. So you tell me if I go sleep back in the fog, it'll take me back?
Well, the only problem that you would have with that is that you may have noticed that the fog has can cause some unnatural side effects if you happen to pass through that. But we happen to have potions that would it gives us the ability to pass through the fog.
Really? Like you can kind of, what do you mean? Like what kind of potions? Like that will prevent the side effects or let me kind of control where the fog takes me? Do you have potions like that?
Yeah, both. I mean, the exit from the valley is through the fog. But again, the fog usually means certain death if you spend too much time in it. But yes, so I guess you could say it allows both. It allows you to avoid those nasty side effects that they called, but also it allows you to leave Barovia.
Okay. Hey, can I do just an insight check to see if he's telling me the truth? I know I did on the other guy, but
Absolutely.
like I don't know about this guy.
Mhm.
Let me get back to my character sheet. Oh, core. I was on my bio. $21.
All right. You will get the feeling that he is not telling the truth.
He is not telling the truth.
He is not telling the truth.
Can I tell in particular, like on what part of that conversation?
Well, since you did it just then, when you were talking about the potion and exiting the fog, that would be what we would hone in on. Is you get the distinct feeling the way that he kind of was delivered that news and the prospect of that potion that he's potentially full of it.
I got you. So Andre, do you make these potions? Where did y'all get these potions from?
Oh yes. We make them as we travel and find the supplies that we need. You can't get them anywhere but from us, from the Vistani. And if you're trying to get out of here, I happen to have a few that I'd be willing to sell you.
So the Vistani, y'all kind of a big deal, huh? Y'all kind of, you can't get them anywhere. All those ingredients just through you guys, huh?
Yeah, you could say that. We're the only ones that feel safe in the woods and in the we like to think that we're rather important to Barovia.
Okay. Hey, do we already have a map of this place, guys? Do we have?
No.
I didn't think we did. I didn't know if the guy gave us one, Strahd. So let me ask you, speaking of the woods and feeling safe in the woods, hey, is there any way you can kind of sketch me up a map of the valley? Because I'm trying to figure out where to go and how to where's a local town that I can go get some supplies. Speaking of supplies, is there any way you could sketch me up a map, Andre?
He kind of looks and he says, sure, I'd love to, since you claim to be new here, I'd love to be helpful.
Yeah.
He kind of looks and everybody kind of smiles. Again, you can kind of tell they've been, drinking and partying, and they all say, yeah, we'll be glad to help you out.
Yeah.
And he says, well, the closest village is going to be the village of Barovia.
Okay.
And that is you're not too terribly far from it. It's probably another hour or two to the south, and then you'll hit a major, a road, a dirt road that will you'll want to follow that to the west, and that will bring you to the gates of the village of Barovia.
Okay. Anybody I need to talk to of interest there that could help me out with supplies, or
Oh well,
you got any contacts in there that I can say, hey, Andre sent me?
he says we don't spend a lot of time in the towns, but you'll be able to find what you're looking for there probably. But of the few towns that are in the valley, that one is probably the poorest of the ones, and so I don't know whether you're going to find. I don't know what specifically you're looking for. You'll probably be able to find a place to stay, a place to sleep, and some warm food. But the people there are not as friendly and as welcoming as we are.
Really? Okay. So what are they? They're not a friendly people. They're what are they scared of? They scared of people, or is there a group? I mean,
They're very distrustful from outsiders.
Okay.
We're a bit more free spirits, and we
Yeah.
are much more welcoming to those that find their way here.
Okay. Can I get all right. Well, if I don't know if you could sketch me that map, and I'll get out of you guys' way here. Maybe I'd ease back off into the darkness and continue on my journey.
Let's see here. Hold on 1 second. Let me hold on. Right. There's that. They should show up in your cast now under Barovia. And let's see here.
Hey, Andre, do you mind if I mean, do y'all have any food right here or something? Could I get a little bite before I continue upon my journey?
Absolutely. He kind of goes over to the fire, and there's a kind of a kettle on top, and he says, "We have some soup." And he also, as he does that, he agrees. Says, "Yeah, I can get you. I can sketch out a map of the valley for you, so that you kind of have a better idea how to get to the village."
All right, thank you. I'm gonna sit down next to this guy right here next to me, right, or the guy right there, and just gonna kind of lean over to him. Hey, what's really appreciate you guys helping us out and then helping me out. I'm gonna make sure I didn't say us. I'm helping me out.
Okay. All right.
And I'm gonna kind of eat. Are they handing me a plate or anything?
Yeah, he handed you a bowl if you wanted it. It's a bowl, kind of a soup or stew that was on the pit.
Okay. Does it look like the same thing the guy next to me is eating? I want to make sure I'm not getting poisoned here.
Oh yeah, it's the same thing.
Okay. I'm gonna ask that guy next to me and be like, hey, what do you guys do for fun around the campfire? Y'all gamble any?
And he says, we drink, we dance, we make love, and
Okay.
and then he points at the women there, the two that are kind of standing out. He says, we live by our own rules, and we do what we please.
All right, so I'm gonna put my plate down and walk over to this dancer right here, and I'm gonna pull one of my badges off my robe of useful items, and it's
a condom. I'm gonna roll.
No, it's just it's a.
Because I don't have the STD chart ready yet.
No, it's a bouquet of flowers. I'm just gonna pop it in my hand and then present her with some flowers.
Okay. She's gonna gladly accept them and grin, and she's gonna lean in and kind of give you a kiss on the cheek.
Oh, thank you. See, friends, we're all friends here, huh? We're all friends. So I'm just gonna kind of be loud and kind of walk over, pat the guy on the back again, and I'm gonna say, hey, I'm gonna say, do you mind? Obviously, I got to be honest with you guys. I'm not traveling alone. I do have a friend or two in the woods right now that have kind of backed off just because we didn't really know who you guys were. Do you mind if I bring them into camp and
Absolutely. He says the more the merrier.
the more the merrier? And I'm just gonna kind of stand off and I'm gonna go. I said forgive me guys. You're gonna learn our secret signal here. Okay, but I gotta call them to camp, and I'm gonna kind of turn and face back toward the gun. And I'm gonna go, caca, 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 real loud, and that's our secret signal, just to let everything know the coast is clear. And I'm gonna say, usually it's a caca, caca with a look up here, look up here. You got to say, look up here, look up here, and that'll call them. So give them 1 second, Andre. So then I'm gonna kind of, as I do that, I'm gonna kind of badge to everybody. Hey, whoever wants to come into camp, come on. Maybe some of you guys stay out. I'm gonna kind of whisper that as I step off into the kind of away from,
Okay.
These guys appear harmless. I don't know.
I'll go in there.
Okay.
I mean, that's fine. I'll stand behind Ivor there.
So is whoever's coming in, so it's like Baron. Looks like just Baron, and everybody else will.
I mean, that's fine. I went in, so whatever.
Yeah. No, that's fine. He said friends, and so singular, but only one came out.
I thought it was coming.
I have a bird. I'll say I have a bird. How about that?
You seem like Drew's kind of people. Just saying.
Yeah.
So they will see Baron walk out, and again they'll kind of acknowledge it. So I thought you said you had friends, but it matters not. Please, sir, come by the fire. Come out of the woods. It's dangerous out there.
Well, he says friends as in like me and him are friends. It's weird.
So they're going to do this, treat you the same way that they treated Ivor, and say welcome, welcome. They're going to point to the fire and say, please get warm by the fire. Would you care for anything to eat?
Yeah, sure. You have somewhere to put a shower or a bath? That'd be great.
You could roll perception, but it wouldn't take a real high perception check to be able to tell that these guys haven't showered in a while. But,
hey, I'm gonna ask these welcome. I'm saying, Andre. So tell me, we've killed like 15 werewolves in the last day and a half. What's going on in the woods here?
He said. What was the question?
I'm gonna tell him we've killed like 15 werewolves in the last 2 days. What is that? I mean, what's going on in the woods? Has that always been an issue?
He'll kind of look at you and say, we were never bothered.
At that point, I'm going to wonder if they're werewolves. Can I do like an insight check on that?
Yeah, I want to do an insight check on that as well.
Yeah, I want to use divine sense.
Okay.
I don't know shit. I can never insight anything.
23. What's he roll?
Here. Let me pull him up.
Yeah, they're all within range. Okay.
Somebody's down. He's ranging. Range finder.
Well, I'm saying divine sense only goes out 60 feet, so I was making sure they were in range.
And so, who were you asking? Were you asking it to Andre, the main guy?
Yeah.
Why did it not pop? It's lagging. There it goes. Finally, it was lagging.
Yes,
all right. So you were inciting whether he was full of BS about not being bothered.
Yeah.
Or if I could kind of, because I mean, my sense right then, as soon as he said, "Really, we hadn't been bothered," my immediate thought is he's a werewolf. So is there any kind of, I'm gonna kind of study him about how he reacted to me saying we've killed 15 of these guys in the last 2 days.
Okay.
Or the last day, whatever.
You will make a perception check for his body language.
24.
Okay. So we'll handle the insight first. The insight, he appears to be telling the complete truth. That he seems to be genuine, and that they're not bothered by attacks by werewolves or anything else. And as far as the perception, when he gives that answer in response to when you say you've cleared out at least 1,500 of these things, or 15, whatever it was, he does not seem surprised by the fact that you've had to kill werewolves.
Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna say. So you said really? He said what? He said they don't bother. So I'm gonna say really. So you spent all this time in the woods and you hadn't been bothered by werewolves? I
No.
literally just killed 8 like less than an hour ago.
Nope, we are never bothered by anything. Again, we enjoy the land, and the land enjoys us.
Hey, did my divine sense pick anything up?
Oh, no, it did not. It did not pick up anything.
Andre, I'm gonna just say Andre. That is. Do you understand how that sounds to me though? That sounds crazy. That you're telling me you spend all the time in the woods and you've never been bothered by werewolves?
He says, "I'm telling you, we've been here for generations. We just we're left alone."
Okay, I want to know my enemy at this point.
Okay.
You've been in there a minute, yeah.
Okay.
Character level or class level, 10 or 10 above or below, or a 10.
You doing it on the Andre, the main dude?
Mm-hmm.
Big guy.
Let's see here. All right. He is below 10.
Okay. Yeah, I can ask something else, but let's just go armor. No, not armor class. Let's do. I just always do Constitution. It's 16 or above or below. It's going to be below.
Above or below 16?
Yes.
It's lower.
Yeah. Okay. I was just seeing, sizing this dude up.
Yeah.
Hey guys, I'm gonna have to call tonight.
You gotta go to work tomorrow, huh?
I start work tomorrow early. But
That's right. I forgot about that, Jay. Make you wanted. That's right. A hard stop.
yeah,
time.
I wanted to see how this interaction's going. But yeah, I'm gonna call tonight. But y'all can take over Drew for me.
All right.
Everything on his character sheets should be all good to go. So.
All right. Well, yeah, it's what 12:30 anyway. So.
Yeah, we can always hit the pause button since we're missing Chris as well.
Yeah, we're done.
We'll finish this convo or see how this plays out or whatever. Y'all go ahead. But
No, it's good. I mean, it's all going to be reviewable. So
yeah,
we can reconvene next time.
Yeah.
all right, I'm out.
All right.
All right, see you.
All right. Well,
I forgot tomorrow's a work day, like legit.
Well, we can pause it, and we can continue this conversation because I'll be honest, I'm gonna press him on that because there's something to me is my spidey sense is going off on this. So you're telling me.
Yeah.
Well, I sense that once I got down there, like
you're telling me we've killed.
Graham, I might have missed it. The woods look different. Are the woods more alive here, or are they still dead and nasty?
They're a little bit more alive as you've kind of gotten more toward I guess you'd say. He said you're getting closer to town, so
I mean, so the terrain itself is different.
Yeah, the terrain is slightly different. It's still overcast, dark, thunderclouds and stuff, but it's not like Fallout 3 Wasteland.
Silly question: is R2 still a skeleton?
Oh, you betcha.
Okay. I don't know if her appearance changed with the land.
Nope. Man, when you brought her back, it was the same as before.
Okay.
Awesome.
I'm gonna figure out something else to ask Andre before our next meeting. I'm just gonna sit and eat my fiddles for a minute.
Eat your.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to bed too. I gotta get up and go work on the fence. I'm tired.
Did you get a barbed wire puller, or you have barbed wire, or what?
Yeah, I gotta roll a barbed wire.
Do you have a puller for it, or what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me
Good.
loads of fun.
So you don't know who that guy was?
Nah, I don't know who it was.